Hey everybody, sorry I couldn't be in class today, so I thought I would film the directions for your next project that you want to start getting ready for. If you go ahead and get this sheet of paper out, it's called the Core Discovery. I want to explain a little about what we're doing and why we're doing it so that you have an idea of what is coming up. First off, this project, guys, comes from the movie that you just watched, which is all about the Lewis and Clark expedition. And it's a thematic project in that we are looking at the themes of Americans going west and the different reasons why Americans decided to move out west, which is rugged, it's unsettled, and really the West is America in essence. There's a great quote here under your directions by Ralph Waldo Emerson. He said, "Europe stretches to the Alleghenies, but America lies beyond." It's wild, it's unique, and it really is up to the individuals who go to make their future and make their destiny. So that's what our project's all about. So what you're going to be doing for this project is researching and looking at any topic or any story that involves Americans deciding to go west. And there's a litany of examples down here. If you look on here, there's Lewis and Clark, there's the Oregon Trail, for those of you who might have played that game when you were younger. There's the Trail of Tears, where the American government pushed Native American tribes out west. There's the Mormon exodus to Utah, and why Salt Lake City and the whole state of Utah is a very Mormon-based population. The one on the very bottom there, the Donner Party, a story of American families who went out west and didn't heed the advice of some locals and got caught in a snowstorm and then ran out of food, and you might be able to imagine how they survived. It's a very kind of a strange story there. So there's a lot of good ones, but there's more too. If you think of something, I've had students do other examples in the past that weren't on this list. As long as it satisfies that requirement of a people going west or moving west, just let me know and I'm sure we'll do that. Just make sure you talk to me about it. Now, as for what you're doing, go ahead and flip it over to the back. This is a project where you have complete freedom to do whatever and however you want to whatever product you want to create, as long as you're satisfying the requirements, okay? So look at your requirements. Number one, your project must tell this must tell this journey geographically. So if you do the Oregon Trail, what are the places where people going out west would have stopped? For example, Fort Laramie. What were they doing there? Why would they have stopped there? What were some significant landmarks that they would have seen while they were out there? You want to tell that story geographically. Don't just tell me why they left. Tell me what happened along that journey. Number two, your project must use image. So, going back to that Fort Laramie, if you're going to tell me about Fort Laramie, show me what it looked like. What would they have seen when they got out there? Number three, you also want to contain well-written text as a part of your project. So I should see, a paragraph or more about what happens at those locations, or what did happen, or what event might have occurred. Four, your project should be creative and aesthetic. Pay special attention to detail and make sure your project looks nice. Take pride in what you do. As honors level students, you should be able to decipher this. If you need some examples, there's one in the back there about Lewis and Clark. A couple examples from his students. There's Oregon Trail and some Trail of Tears posters in the background if you want to pull those out from underneath or from behind the bookshelf to kind of get some ideas before you leave. Feel free to do that. And then you also need, your works cited pages, at least 3 academic sources, and we've talked about making sure those are complete citations, not just URLs. So your due date for this is going to be the even or odd day before you leave for Thanksgiving. So that's the 21st and the 22nd. You can go ahead and write that down there on the bottom and make sure that you're paying special attention to that. Now, next class, we'll be in the library and we'll spend a lot of time doing research and getting ready for that, but you do need to maybe prepare and make sure you have a topic so that you're ready to go when you show up in the library on that day, and we'll have resources for you. So again, this is a project that has to do with themes. It's about a journey west for Americans, and so you're telling that story and why people would have went and what they would have seen along the way. So how you do it is up to you. I've seen thing links, I've seen posters, I've seen lots of different technological ways. You're welcome to do it online. You can do it on paper. I've seen some creative ones where students came in and walked the class through a trip using a a paper bag full of items. So this can really take a lot of different forms. There's no one-shot way to do it. So be creative, have fun, and be prepared next class when you come in with a project idea of what you want to do and how you want to accomplish that. All right, see you later. Have a good weekend.